This is Tin Caps Baseball on 1380 The Fan and 100.9 FM.
Welcome back to Tin Caps on Deck. Let's play two here today at Parkview Field, rounding out the first half in style on the Tin Caps Radio Network. Here at the interview portion of our pregame show, joined today by Tin Caps starting pitcher Matthew Watson. 5 2/3 innings for you on Tuesday, 3 runs allowed, the longest start of your career up to this point. How's the wing feeling, and how are you feeling on Tuesday?
Yeah, feel good. I mean, luckily we've got a great training and staff as a whole here, so like they all give me some good insights, some good guidance on like getting the body right for the next start to come. But yeah, feel pretty good.
5 innings or more in 4 of your last 5 starts. We've talked before about consistency, being the Tuesday night guy, how important that has been. What's been the routine for you to kind of nail down the consistency in terms of the length of your starts every Tuesday?
Yeah. I think, with it being my first year, I'm still learning a lot, like as I go. I think every week I'm getting more and more inclined to like what works for me and what adjustments I need to make. And I think, over the course of the year, I think it's going to get better and better.
Along with yesterday Tuesday being your longest start of your pro career, it's also the most pitches you've thrown in appearance in your pro career at 86. You've thrown 81 or more pitches in all 3 starts you've made here in the month of June. In terms of building yourself back up, coming back from Tommy John surgery and progressing in that way, what do you feel like is your limit at this point?
I mean, I feel like I'm up for anything. I mean, I haven't ran into any major sorenesses or like really any like crazy nagging injuries. I think I'm just happy to be out there and competing and playing this game. Just kind of ready for whatever.
You faced 25 hitters on Tuesday, 6 more than any other start that you've had here this season. What difference does that make? That's over half through the order, 2/3 of the way through the order, 1 extra time. What kind of difference does that make in terms of your preparation and your game plan as things were moving along on Tuesday?
Yeah. I mean, definitely that third and third time around the lineup is definitely where like you really kind of got to bear down and make your pitches, and it requires a little bit more focus, especially whenever you're playing these teams several times throughout just several weeks. Like it becomes you face the same hitters and they see your stuff a lot, and like you've really got to find new ways to get them out. And I think that's kind of the fun in it too. It's kind of like a chess match.
Already the 3rd time we faced South Bend in the first half. 15 of the 18 games between Fort Wayne and South Bend this season in half number 1, starting the second half tomorrow. What kind of advantage does that give to you, having seen these guys a couple of times already this year?
Yeah, you definitely with today's like video and technology, you could go back and look at like previous at bats you've had against certain guys, and you could kind of pick apart their strengths and weaknesses and kind of develop a better plan on how to like attack certain guys, and then sometimes it goes your way. Sometimes, guys are pretty good and they make adjustments, and you gotta be prepared for that too. It's not always goes exactly how you draw it up, but I mean, yeah, we have played them a lot, and it's been fun. They're a good team.
1, 2, 3 spots in the order, Kepley, Salvesen, Hartshorn, and those guys have been unstoppable over the last month since Hartshorn got called up here to High A. You set them all down. They didn't even reach base against you in the 3 times you went through their top spots, talking about seeing these guys and your plan and being able to attack and approach. What was the mentality they're facing those guys, just bearing down, going right after them?
Yeah, we actually talked about how we're going to emphasize getting those 3 guys out, mainly Kepley. Kepley's just – he seems to find his way on base, man, and then, once he gets on base, he's a really good runner, and he creates some havoc out there. So I mean, we definitely made that an emphasis on getting that top of the order out of the way and not letting him do, damage and getting on base and causing havoc. So yeah, luckily we executed the game plan.
I want to talk about your slider usage. Felt like you went to it a lot more yesterday than we've seen you use at any point, any of your outings, whether as a starter or out of the bullpen this year. How was that pitch feeling for you on Tuesday and consistently being able to pop that in the zone?
Yeah, I think just with facing these guys like several times now, I think I couldn't go with the same approach as I did, the past few outings I had against them, and I had to kind of switch something up, and that was going with more breaking balls, and I think it fared better this time around against them. And
was that your idea, or was that Yorman's idea, more or less, in game planning?
We actually had a conversation about it. I mean, Yorman kind of pitched it, and I thought it was a really good idea. C-Rod, Carlos Rodriguez, he was on board with it, and yeah, I think everybody just kind of agreed.
As the Tuesday starter, we mentioned how important it is to set the tone and how it builds out your week after the start. Everyone else has still got a full series to go. You're done after Tuesday night every week. What does the Monday look like for you? What does the day look like before? It's the universal off day in minor league baseball. In terms of us as workers, we don't come into the ballpark. We don't do anything here. A lot of these guys get the day off as well. But for you, you're pitching the next day. So what does that day look like for you typically on a week-to-week basis?
Well, luckily we've got a great GM here and Mike Nutters and like I'm always able to kind of shoot him a call or text, and he kind of lets me come in here to the stadium and like get my work in and get that the prep in that I need the day before, and I get that out of the way, then I'm kind of just kicking back for the rest of the day. It's not much like of a true off day, just like starting that Tuesday game. Like I want to make sure I'm ready to go for the team and for the guys. So like I do need to feel like I need to come up and get that work in when I need to. But yeah, luckily we got a great staff here, and they open this up for me.
Andy Yocum here with Matthew Watson prior to first pitch in this doubleheader on this Thursday afternoon at Parkview Field to round out the first half of the season. New season begins tomorrow, second half of the campaign. What's the mentality for yourself in this group as the calendar flips here in 2026?
Yeah, I don't think we've had quite the results that we've wanted to in the first half, and I think we're a better ball club than what we've shown, and I think we're going to put some things together and really show what we could do the second half, and I believe in that.
Waddy, appreciate the time as always, man.
Of course, thank you.
Lineups and first pitch coming up next right here on the Tin Caps Radio Network.
Podcasts by Federated Media.